Good morning, welcome to Techturks again. Today I have Femi, co-founder of Terawork. Terawork is a marketplace that connects talents to businesses and businesses to talents. Femi, thank you for coming on to Techturks.
Thank you for having me.
So, I mean, many questions to ask you. I hope I can ask them all in this short time. First, Terawork. Why the name Terawork first? And then, what were you doing? I like to know, I like to know the founder's journey. What were you doing? But I think what you were doing before is completely different. So why Terawork, and what were you doing before you made this pivot, and why?
Thank you so much for those many questions. First, Terawork. You know, when we're looking for name to name our startup, then we were looking at so many things, but we came to Terawork because the name Tera is a unit in measurement, which means trillions. You know, when you're looking at kilo, mega, giga, and tera. And then because we are creating a platform where people could work, you know, freelance job, we say Terawork, meaning trillions of work. A platform that we kind of handle transactions in trillions, you know, as we expand and all that one.
Big dreams. Yeah?
Something like that.
Big dreams, yes.
Something like that. And why Terawork, and why do we start that? First, my background is engineering. I study electrical and electrical engineering, and then in my master's degree, I study the same thing with programming and all that. And I've worked all my days in banking industry, the IT department.
Okay.
So I've been a tech guy for all the days of my life and career and all that. Sometimes in 2015, I was doing a side gig, you know, and I needed someone to help me with a part of a project I couldn't handle by myself. And in a hurry to deliver the project, I went online to look for someone who claimed and appeared to be like someone I could rely on. And I paid him about 350,000, and then that would be about $1,500 to, you know, help me do the job. That was the mobilization I gave to him before I started the project, and then that was the end of it all. I realized the guy was lousy, and I couldn't get my money back because of my tight schedule where I worked. And that led to the fact that I realized that, okay, small businesses with limited budgets who may not have the luxury to hire experienced professionals, they need to grow their business. This is what they go through, because in Nigeria or Africa, what is popular is to hire somebody on a full-time basis. And then if I can't hire him on a full-time basis because I can't afford to be paying huge salary, then I then rely on relatives and friends, asking them, do you know who can do this or do that? And most of the time, it does not always meet the need of the SMEs or the small business. And the reason many kind of fail within 5 years when they start.
So I asked you about the name Terra because I actually liked it, because Terra, another word for Terra is land, right? The earth, yes. So the work of the earth. So, and I thought it was very, very interesting, but I wanted to get your own perspective. Okay, you know, you have now built this. You know, I went to your site. In fact, I was in the process of signing off, and I like the fact that you have a website, but you also have an app. Yep. I think that just shows the commitment of what you want to do and to give that experience. But I mean, like, I see it now and it looks good, but you know, what was the journey like? Because first of all, I mean, to build this business, especially you built it, I think you said in 2018. So
we launched MVP in 2018.
2018, and then you had this COVID. So like, how did you fund this bit? So like, first of all, why did you take that plunge? Why did you think one? Because for you to do this, you think it's going to work, right? You think there's a demand for it. Then how did you raise the money, convince people, get people to work with you, and then finally build this, and then start getting people to trust, which I'm going to come to actually start using your site?
Yeah, it wasn't a very straightforward and easy journey, no doubt. But I've always been someone who would love to explore, you know, new areas and venture into something that is good. We realize that the market is there because SMEs powers every economy, meaning that we have a lot of them. And at the same time too, we look at the fact that there are a lot of guys who are talented that are not working full-time, or their jobs are not paying properly to them, as in they are not earning optimally. And there are a lot of people that are jobless. And people are limited to working within the area where they are. Maybe I live in Lagos, I can only get a job in Lagos. I can't be in Lagos, I'm working in, let's say, Kano, for example. So, and sorry to use the example, and people take Uber. I mean, you see that sometimes the drivers of Uber are accountants, are engineers and all that. So if they can do Uber, they can do side job, like something like a secondary income.
Of course,
So, but in building the platform, you know, we started in 2017 or thereabouts. when we started putting the thought together, writing the code. And then I remember one of my first guys that joined us to do the platform was just finishing from Unilag in computer science department. And then I just took the guy, stay with me, we started writing the code together. I was living in my house, and then for like more than 1 year, we were building the platform, trying our best to do it. And in 2018, we launched the MVP. MVP is the minimum viable product. It's like a vehicle without AC or gear, something very basic. I will push it out there. And then our early adopters and users, as they come in, they will complain to us that this is not working very well. Some of them will, and some of them by their behavior, maybe they just get to somewhere and they stop. We know that there's a problem there. We started optimizing and putting things together. And it came to the fact that we realized that we want to build an experience where freelancers and their employers could chat real time. I mean, it's just a matter of I log on to Terawork, I look for someone, I say, hi, could you help me with your logo design? And the guy is replying you real time.
Oh, so you have chat functionality in
real time. So with that, we realized that we cannot achieve that with the web app, even though it looks so robust and fantastic. Then we realized that we need to build a mobile app where you can get notification instantly that somebody is trying to chat to you. And we build a mobile app, we just kind of release it, and we're going to do a proper launch and press release sometimes in June. Okay. And then a lot of people will be able to use it. We realize that our users have used it so far. The time it takes for the first contact with a freelancer and the time I engage them for job has reduced by like 60% or much more.
And so when you say 60%, what's that? Is that days or hours or minutes?
I mean, before, when I chat somebody, it takes like 2 or 3 days before we conclude. But now it happens in minutes, depending on the freelancer availability and all that.
So let me ask a question, because like I said, I went to the site and saw the services, and there's so many services there for, especially for small businesses who want to start their business. Instead of going to buy stuff, you can actually go there and at least get going. People like me that are paranoid, that are afraid, how do you keep the customer like me calm? Say, don't worry, try it.
Thank you for that. First, if you sign up on our platform as a freelancer, you don't just get public like that. First thing will be that as you sign up, it's like you're building a mini e-commerce for yourself to market yourself. You have to be something impressive, express yourself, and do all sort of things like that. Then when you sign up, it goes to our backend, our admin, our staff who are skilled in HR and different area, who will vet you, ask you questions. They might ask you to write some stuff and try to see if you actually claim what you see you have. And it's upon that we verify that you are fine, that we make you public. The second thing is that when the vetting does not stop there. When you now come to the platform and then somebody tries to engage you, let's say, help me do a CV or something, the process is such that when the person engages you for work, the payment is escrowed. You don't have access to the fund. So it is when you deliver the job and the client is happy that we authorize the platform to raise your payment. Everything is built in there because it's a self-service.
Fantastic. I mean, that's a great story. And I also see that you also give the customers the opportunity to give their feedback as well.
Yep.
Well, which I saw that and read.
Every time a customer engages a freelancer, he has the opportunity to write the review for that freelancer. And anything he writes goes on the page of that freelancer so that others see.
Okay, next question. So how big is this your ecosystem, your tribe, in terms of how many interactions, or like what are the metrics that you like to look at to make that will make you smile or make you frown in it?
The freelance market is actually very huge. From our analysis, in Africa alone, it's about $40 billion market, kind of. And we're looking at areas where SMEs, small businesses, even enterprise, kind of looking to outsource tasks and all that to people. So
we even have, when I think about it, we have some people who are coming out of university, no jobs, and this is an opportunity for them to because they have skills that can actually help people start businesses.
I'll give you an example of someone who is a content writer, and then we happen to know him because we just see that the guy is doing excellently very well. He came on the platform, he offered promo. Promo is a way that you offer job at a discounted rate. I should charge, let's say, 5,000 naira, but I charge 2,000 naira, for example. It started like that, as in a job that will have charged 10K, he charged like 5,000 naira, and then before you know it, he becomes the toast of everybody. We realized that this guy, every week, he earned between 20K and 50,000 naira, and he was a student in one of our university here. He did that throughout. I think he joined us in his final year, and they throughout NYC.
So how many people do you have on your platform? How many freelancers do you have?
Yeah, since we have more than 15,000 freelancers on our platform, and we are looking to grow that into hundreds of thousands.
So what's the value model for you? How do freelancers pay, the customers pay, or you just take a commission? Are you a commission-based business?
Yeah, we rely on commission to earn income. Freelancers sign up for free, buyers sign up for free. It's when they come, when they get value, buyers coming to engage freelancer that we charge commission on the income that the freelancer. So if your freelancer charge you, let's say 100,000, for example, it's not going to get 100,000. It's going to get like maybe 90K depending on the commission.
So what's your strategy to let people know about Terawork and these good things that you have, both on the freelance and the business side, because you have two markets that you're trying to get? Because I mean, like, I bumped across Terawork by accident, and I go onto the site and I think, my God, this is better than, because I've seen quite a few platforms or people trying to attempt to do this, but this appears to be a very robust, well thought out plan. And I really like what you've said about how you make sure you verify and take people through a process.
First, we rely on word of mouth,
yes,
which has helped us to grow so much.
Yeah.
And then we rely, of course, we are going to intensify our digital marketing campaign and opportunities, and then let more people know about us. We're going to be seeing us more visible in terms of billboard, adverts, of course, the SEO, SEM kind of thing, and then more importantly, word of mouth and referral programs. Because with that, when your friend is telling you about Terawork, you are going to trust it more than me. Telling you, because I might be sugar-coated mouth, using that to talk to you.
Yes, you have sugar-coated me here today, that's for sure. Femi, thank you for coming on to Techturks, and I wish you all the best in the future, and we'll continue the conversation offline.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.